Hi guys, it's Shreya here and welcome back to my channel Beauty and the Code. So from today's title, you already know this is going to be a very interesting video. So lately I was just watching this series, Netflix series Hira Mandi, and while I was watching that series, it suddenly clicked me क्योंकि उसके जो main leads थे, they were putting perfume. तो suddenly that thought crossed my mind कि what perfume would be suitable to each of the Hira Mandi characters that are there. सो आई थॉट लेट्स डू अ वीडियो फॉर इट. सो मैंने जो उनके टॉप टॉप फीमेल एक्टर्स हैं एंड जो टॉप कैरेक्टर्स हैं हीरा मंडी के, मैंने वो पिक किए लाइक मलिका जान, फरीदन, बिब्बो जान, आलमजेब एंड लज्जो एंड वहीदा. तो मैंने ये 6 कैरेक्टर्स पिक किए और मेरे हिसाब से कौन से परफ्यूम्स किस कैरेक्टर एंड किस पर्सनालिटी पे सूट करते हैं उसका कंपाइलेशन मैंने आज किया है एंड आई एम गोइंग टू शेयर दैट विथ यू गाइस. आई होप कि आपको ये कॉन्सेप्ट पसंद आएगा एंड इट विल बी अ फन वीडियो टू वॉच. सो लेट्स बिगिन. बिफोर वी डू सो मेक श्योर कि आपने मेरे चैनल पे सब्सक्राइब कर लिया है, यू हिट द बेल नोटिफिकेशन एंड यू फॉलो मी ऑन इंस्टाग्राम. एंड नाउ लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड. So we will start off with the first character, main character, and that is Malika Jha. So she is the one who is very dark from within. She's like, for her winning matters. She is a boss lady. She will do everything in her power to stay in power, and somebody who will go to limits of being dirty just to win. So she is like that female domination over the entire market, and just she plays people like they are pawns in her chess game, and she's always thinking and her cunning brain is always working and coming out with plans and plots and how to destroy people basically. सो मुझे ऐसा लगा कि उनका कैरेक्टर बहुत ही डीप एंड बहुत ही डार्क एंड ऐसा दिखाया है कि somebody who has blood on their hands and they are still not bothered, and they've chosen to do that just to come to power, and they'll do everything to stay in power basically. तो इसीलिए I've selected one of the most gothic and dark perfumes in my collection. This one is from Niche. This is Lux Hayat, and this is a nice unisex fragrance which is, as I said, which is very dark, deep, kind of like has a very dark tone and dark energy to it. And Malika Jha is a very mature woman who has seen the ups and downs of life, and this perfume also is kind of very mature. Like, it suits better on mature people, is what I think. Me, a dry rose potpourri feel mixed with all of these sweet elements, and the patchouli is quite dirty patchouli in this. It is very kind of like deep, dark, mossy green as well as woody. So it kind of has a very a very strong vibe of it. And this perfume, I think, is best suited for a dark personality and a mature personality. So I think this is one of the best suited perfumes from for Malika Jha. Now, the next perfume again for Malika Jha is this one, and this is from Paris Corner. This is Kahila Lux, and this is the Black Horse bottle that you see right here. Recently, I have hauled this one, and a full-blown review for this perfume is not out on my channel yet. But I will tell you, this perfume again has a lot of mysterious nuances to it. It has a very prominent tobacco leaf note in this, along with some chocolate, hazelnut, and the opening itself is very challenging for this one. Sour cherry, sandalwood, honey, all of these mixed together are just the top notes, so you can imagine how complicated this perfume is. It also has like Indian spices to it, like cinnamon is very prominent, rose is pretty prominent in this one. It definitely has like a citrus leaf note which kind of gives a very kind of like a bitter sour feel in this fragrance. It also has like a very strong presence of patchouli and oud, some sweetness of vanilla, benzoin, and थोड़ा सा मस्कीनेस. ये सब मिलाकर इतना एक डीप, डार्क, गॉथिक, मिस्टीरियस काइंड ऑफ लाइक अ मैच्योर वाइब है इसका. इसका नोट्स ब्रेकडाउन एंड स्ट्रक्चर काफ़ी डिफरेंट है नीश हयात से, बट दोनों का एट द एंड ऑफ द डे दोनों का फील बहुत ही डार्क एंड मिस्टीरियस सा है. सो ये दोनों परफ्यूम्स आई थिंक आर माई पिक्स फॉर मलिका जा. The next character I want to talk about is Faridan. Now, Faridan is somebody who was betrayed of her childhood. She was sold when she was 9 years old. Her mother was murdered in front of her eyes, and she was helpless. She couldn't prove anything, and she was just sold out. And she is someone who is deeply hurt and betrayed and has struggled to come back, to come for her rights. The only thing is, she's also very manipulative, and she's also trying to play her cards well. She's also very secretive, and she's always like, she's always planning and plotting against Malika Jan and her family, and she's like targeting each family member and divide and rule policy sorts. And she ends up, hurting a lot of people in the process, which she doesn't realize basically. And she is the one who wants to gain the power, just like how Malika Jha is currently. So मुझे ऐसा लगा कि she also has that vibe which is very deep, dark, hurtful, youthful, but a dark energy with her. And she is also somebody who like uses people like anything and just throws them out when she's done with them. So she's also a kind of character with a dark past and dark energy to her, but she's youthful. So in that category, the first perfume that I've picked is the Bella Vita CEO Women. Now this is something that has a very prominent kind of like a leather, tonka bean, vanilla feel to it, and just by these three notes, I think you will understand how and what kind of depth this perfume has. It definitely is very sexy. It's very bold, it is sexy, it is rebellious, it is CEO sort of a perfume, and that exactly is how Faridan is shown. She's the one who breaks the rules. She's the one who's like quite rebellious and brings new things and changes in the whole Hira Mandi place. So I think this perfume is best suited for Faridan. Of course, I have two more that I wanted to kind of, which relates to her personality, but this is one of the top picks for her. And when I saw the song Kasme Khaya, and in that song when I saw her like just wearing this glitter shimmer sari, and she's just dancing and she's just enjoying her time, and she's like challenging Bibojan and stuff. That time I thought of this perfume, and this is from Paris Corner Emir series. This is called as When Soul Gets High, and this is the perfume that I could definitely kind of relate with her, because this is again super complicated, super powdery. This is youthful yet mature. This just is very, very, very complicated. It has so many nuances to it, and from the notes breakdown, you can definitely take a guess. This is something which is powerful, impactful, something that leaves an impression, something that leaves a perfume trail, something that is sexy, and I think it just is everything. This is Faridan's personality in a bottle, is what I'll say. The last perfume for Faridan is this one from Guess. This is Guess Seductive Noir. Now, so many black perfumes in this, but trust me, this is the last one. Now, why I picked this one is when I saw Faridan's entry scene, when she's walking in a funeral in the opposite direction, that itself was such an impactful scene for me, because I knew that this is the place from where a rebel is going to start. So that just marked the territory for her, and the way she entered, the way she was impactful, the way she said that I'm going to snatch everything that's mine. I think that was a very powerful scene in my opinion. And Guess Seductive Noir was exactly like the kind of scene that it was. This one is vanillic, it is aromatic, it is powdery and makeup like. It is super sexy, and I think this is just something that defines a black dress. And somehow that scene and this perfume, I felt that they're just match made in heaven sorts. Yeah, because it's a sweet, it shows that a lady who had a bad childhood, from that she has risen, and now she's going to come for her rights. So this perfume kind of again reminded me of Faridan in a way. This is sweet, this is powdery, yet this is super sexy, super dominating, and kind of it marks its territory, because it is quite powerful in the way it performs. Okay, all my black perfumes are done with. Now I will move on to the next most interesting character that I felt was for Lajjo Appa or Lajwanti. Now her history is also quite traumatic. She was also sold. She couldn't get free of Hira Mandi all her life. She kept trying to free out of it, and she couldn't. And then she became too delusional. She found a way that through love she will be able to escape the life of Hira Mandi, and she just she lost herself in that delusion. And her personality was so relatable, because most of us are in a situation where we are too delusional that this is going to work out, and we just put a lot of faith into some person, and we put a lot of faith in some situation and people, and then when it doesn't work out, we all, that bubble breaks, and then you realize that you were delusional, and it's a heartbreak situation. I think every person, be it a man or a woman, has gone through that phase. And I kind of understood that, you know, that delusional life is real for most of us. And she was always seen indulged in booze and, just to find getaways. So that is the first thing that came in my mind when I saw her character and when I saw her doing the most beautiful acting that she's done. I could imagine Khamra on her from Latafa, and I thought this is, a cinnamon apple pie boozy fragrance, which kind of is a sweet, spicy, boozy, and kind of like a deep, dense, sweet fragrance, but it does not have any dark energy to it. It's kind of a very good representation of Lajjo Appa according to me, so I wanted to include this one. I have a couple more for her. Like I think this one is Khaltat Al Arabia Royal Blends. This is again from Latafa. This is like a woody, fruity bowl, like a very woody, fruity fragrance. Again, something that is kind of full of life, something that is juicy, something that is interesting, something which has a bold personality, but it is not a dark personality at all, and somebody that is seeking for freedom. I think this is a very gorgeous fragrance for Lajjo again. Then this one from Swiss Arabian, this is perfume oil Layali, and the moment I sniffed this, I just kept remembering this one scene in which she says that I will only go and perform at his wedding, and that scene just kept resonating in my head, and I was like, she must be wearing something like this in that scene. This is a very beautiful kind of like a woody floral fragrance, and the printed floral sarees that she wore, and the overall makeup and everything just kind of pulled me towards this fragrance. I felt that this is something that she would be smelling like. So for some instances where she's wearing floral sari and all, I thought this was the best pick. And then the last pick for her was this one from Riffs. This is Luxury Rouge, and this is the dupe for Armani Privé's Rue Malakit, and this is like Gazra, and that very rich tuberose, creamy, dreamy tuberose perfume. When she was performing the dance of her life, the last dance that she performed, which she took 99 retakes, by the way, to do that scene, and it has come to pitch perfection. I think this is the perfume that she would be wearing. This is a tuberose and jasmine rich fragrance with lot of creaminess to this, and I just felt that while she was performing that last dance, the dreamy she was in a dreamy cycle in the first half, and after she gets hit by her partner, she finally realizes that it's the end of the story for her. And the way she has portrayed her heartbreak and her emotions, and how she feels stuck because her delusion has now broken, that entire thing has just, it has another level of emotion to it, and I could definitely relate it with this perfume because I don't know, it felt very dreamy and it felt something that would suit the occasion. Next, I want to talk about Wahida Appa. So she was the younger sister of Malika Jah, and she had all the proofs and documentations against her sister, but she was dreaming for the other mansion that she wanted to claim, and she thought that someday she will become like the owner of that, and she was always like dreaming big, but she was always falling and failing, and she was falling short of those political moves, and that frustration just grew into her. And Wahida Appa is like filled with, even though she is mature, she kind of behaves childish. She opens up and throws her cards at people, everybody. Her moves are very predictable, and she ends up being a pawn in the bigger game between the two powerful ladies. And that's like, her frustration is shown so well through her acting. Like, I absolutely loved Sanjita Sheikh in this series. And a couple of perfumes that I felt I could relate to was, this is the December Rose perfume from Paris Corner. And just by looking at her, by the way she behaved, kind of mature but sometimes immature, playing, always trying to play the cards right but never end up playing the cards right, kind of a situation. So this one is a very different take on rose. It's a very hatke rose fragrance. That's why I wanted to include this one, because she felt like she was delicate like rose, but she was always crushed by others. So this one is definitely Wahida Appa for me. It definitely has like tangerine, blueberry, rose, geranium, musk, patchouli. Very gorgeous perfume and very different perfume. This is not a safe blind buy, but this is a super beautiful. Only if you can get to understand that geranium in this, which brings in that hatke wala feel, then only you're going to like it. But I think this is best suited for her personality. I have one more perfume for her, and this is Zara Golden Decade. Now this is kind of like a love child of YSL Lieb and Lieb Intense, and this is a lavender vanillic, a very gorgeous lavender vanillic, smelling like money sort of, um, a perfume which kind of has a boss lady feel to it, but also on the other hand, because of the lavender, it kind of has a soothing feel to it also. And in some scenes, I literally wanted to hug her so tight and tell her to calm down. And this kind of, all those scenes reminded me that she needed something which has like sage or lavender in it. So that is the reason that I felt this was a good perfume for her. Plus her overall look, her overall dressing, and she's so beautiful, by the way. So everything kind of matches this perfume energy. So I wanted to keep this one for her. I actually wanted to keep YSL Lieb as well, but then I thought this is a better option than YSL Lieb. And the last perfume for Wahida Appa would be this one. This is Sheikh Al Shuyuk from Latafa. This is a very beautiful kind of like a rose oud fragrance, which is innocent in a way. It has this supari, meathi supari ka feel. It also has a mature vibe to it. Somebody like who's kind of like mature enough, and somebody who's experienced enough and still is learning every single day. That is the kind of feel this perfume gives me. This is super gorgeous fragrance, and if you are starting your journey into Middle Eastern fragrances, I think this has a very less amount of oud and woodiness to it, which is very dry in nature. So this could be a good starting point for you if you are starting on your Middle Eastern perfume journey. So these were the perfumes for the character of Wahida. So I'm left with two characters now, Bibujan and Alamzeb. So I'll take Bibujan first. Probably Bibujan is my favorite character in the series. She's clean, she's kind of pure. Her thought process is very free. She has a bigger aim in life. She wants to gain freedom. She's a freedom fighter. And every whatever moves she's making, it is for a bigger purpose. She's not interested in gaining the power for herself. She's interested in getting freed up from Hiramandi, not just Hiramandi, getting India free from Britishers. So her aim is more widened. She's somebody who is more mature. She's somebody who is more generous. She's the one who's ready to sacrifice herself for a bigger, for a better future for others. So I loved her personality. Actually, she's the only one character that I loved from the entire series of Hiramandi. So I'm dedicating 4 perfumes to her. So the first one is from Latafa. This is a perfume oil called as Sar Al Khulud. I think that's what it is called. I will leave the name here. This is such a beautiful and rich fruity floral perfume oil, because in many of the scenes where I observed Bibo Jan, she was such a sweet elder sister to Alamzeb. I just felt that connection to be so cute. And you know, Bibo Jan was always looking out for her little one, and she was always helping her to find a better life, to get to settle down with her loved ones, and something that she never got. So she wanted that for her sister. So I think this is a good representation for it, because this is sweet, this is floral, this is innocent, this has a very sweet vibe to it, and somebody which is like very nurturing and very caring and loving. So kind of this made the first cut for Bibojan. Bibojan became very famous for her Gajgamini walk, and I felt that, you know, when she was wearing that red color and use of red and golden and green, she looked absolutely stunning. And I felt that Badi Al Oud Amethyst is the perfect fragrance for that kind of outfit, which is traditional, yet it has a twist to it. And she was flirty, she was playful, she was sexy, and she was confident, and that is all inside this amethyst fragrance. A very gorgeous kind of like a rosy oud fragrance again, but so beautiful and so unique and so potent, and mainly impactful. Like, her Gajgamini walk has broken the internet, so she's impactful, and so is this perfume. Then, because her contributions are towards freedom, I could definitely relate her with this perfume, which is again from Badia Lud Latafa series, and this one is Honor and Glory. And just the name of this perfume and the feel of this perfume reminded me of Bipuja, and you know, the role that she's playing in the freedom fighter group. I felt that that was something that is very honorable and glorified, and that is the reason I want to dedicate this perfume. This is a very beautiful pineapple creme brulee fragrance, which has like a mossy feel in it, because of which it feels like it has oud or it has woodiness to it, but it's actually the moss which is like doing that dirty trick. I find this fragrance to be very different, very unique, very beautiful, and also very kind of like, you know, pure intention sort of. I love the name Honor and Glory for this perfume. You know, this kind of reminds me of a free bird, like getting freed from somebody's tyranny. This kind of reminds me of that, so I had to dedicate this one to Bibujan. The last perfume for Bibujan, again, this is a very impactful, a strong perfume, something that has a personality of its own, and something that leaves a trail that is that strong that nobody will forget that you had put something so strong. This is Shagaf Oud from Swiss Arabian. This is one of the most impactful, strong, you know, potent, borderline polarizing and clawing perfume, but super impactful and sweet, and you know, just like meaty supari, woody, rosy, sweet praline bomb basically. This definitely has a Bibojan factor to it. I absolutely love this fragrance, and this is my top pick for Bibojan. Coming to the last character of Alamzev, which is the youngest daughter of Malika Jah, and she is like, she's kind of like a white swan in the group, because she is yet to experience the actual Hira Mandi life, and she has not debuted as a, you know, she, in the entire series she's in the process of becoming one of them, but she is somebody who wants to go into academics, and she's into like this mushaira and stuff, and she falls in love, and she kind of becomes a rebel in love, and she tries to flee away from her future. And overall, I got a feel that they are trying to represent her as a, you know, free bird who is finding her way out of this world, somebody who is still pure, somebody who is still wanting to stay pure. So the first perfume that came in my mind is from Musk Safi, and this is from Naseem Perfumes. This is a recent addition in my collection. I've fallen hard for this perfume. Earlier I did not like it, and now I love it so much that I'm wearing it on everyday basis, literally. So this is a very beautiful white musk dominating fragrance with hints of florals to it. Super clean girl vibe, has a very clean girl, clean laundry sort of a vibe to it. And this is something which kind of, to me, represents the white color. Like, it kind of has that very clean feel to it. And this is the one I felt was most suited for Alamzeeb. The next perfume on similar lines of, pure and clean and all of that stuff, like a clean girl vibe, I see Narciso. This is Narciso by Narciso, and this is the white bottle, which is like the pure musk bottle. They are famous for their musks, and their musks are very prominent. And this one again has a very clean girl vibe to it. And for some reason, the moment I saw the bottle itself, it reminded me of Alamzeeb. Like, forget about the fragrance, the bottle in itself was like, okay, this has a very Alamzeeb vibe to it. And watching Alamzeeb's reactions, which were very few, like, I thought she was expressionless queen, basically. Some people, the internet is kind of a 50-50 divide. Some are supporting, some are against the way she acted. I'm in the second half. I felt that she was very expressionless, and there are so many talented actors who could have done justice to that role. I don't know. I am not a huge fan of the way she has acted. But anyways, I will focus on the character, and I felt that Narciso Musk was a good fit, especially when she goes to attend a mushaira, and she's like indulge in writing and all of those things kind of reminded me of this. And the last perfume for Alamzeeb is for the time when she was romanticizing with Tajdar. So this is the one. This is Armaf Imperial, which is a dupe for Parfum de Mali's Delina exclusive. And this is a very beautiful Rubabian, rosy, sweet lychee fragrance, which is very sweet, which is very youthful. It reminds me of the color light pink, and it definitely is a very soft, romantic kind of a perfume. And that just kind of represents the story between Alam and Taj for me. And all of these instances when they were kind of flirting and romanticizing in their own style, I felt that on those occasions Alam would be smelling something like this. So that completes today's video. Those were all the perfumes that I related with the Hira Mandi characters. I know there are a couple more that I should have covered, but this video already is super long, and I have spoken about so many perfumes already that I'm quite tired. If you want me to do a part 2 of this video, and you want me to cover some other characters, which are the characters that you want me to cover, let me know in the comment section below. Also, if you feel that some of the perfumes were not relatable to the characters that I showed you, or you agree with me, whatever is the case, do let me know your opinions in the comment section. Let's make that area fun and chatty. And subscribe to my channel, hit the bell notification, follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye.